season as the Railers get the win 52-28 over the Rockets of Rochester. Railers getting their first conference win. They're now 1-1 in Central State 8 play. And joined now by Coach Neil Alexander. Coach, congratulations on the win, 52-28. Seemed like a little bit better effort than what we saw on Saturday night, both shooting, the intensity, the effort. How much of that was the focus of practice this week? Not so much, what you're going to do with the basketball, but how you play on the court.
Well, we have to come to play every night. The two losses that we have, I'm not sure we were really sharp and prepared to play. And tonight was, you could see how we got to play. I mean, we were up. We put pressure on people. I thought the kids done a nice job. I thought we had some letdowns, but what are we, 7th game of the year, and you don't want to be perfect just yet, but we should be getting smoother. We still got a lot of inexperience on the court. We had situations at the end of the third quarter. We didn't get the set that we wanted because we're not thinking about how you have to play. And Isaiah was out of position, but you got to know he's a freshman. He's never been in situations like this, and I don't know if it's a reflection of his coaching coming up or whatever. But
he shoots the ball.
Our kids played hard. We made things happen. They have some good shooters. We kept the shooters for the most part off rhythm to where they didn't get into a rhythm. And when we play them again, it'll be a whole different game.
Coach, we talked about early in the pregame about Gavin a little bit about on Saturday took 5 shots in the first half. What's a good number for you? Is there a good number for him to be taking per half or shots that he needs to get per game? And I'm just throwing it out there. You talked about that play at the third quarter at the end. He spins with no time on the clock and decides to kick it out. Where a senior guy like that, he's got to know he's got to shoot the basketball.
Yeah, we had some decisions that weren't where we have to, the good decisions that we normally make. And again, he's trying to get everybody involved, and it's hard for him. He's playing with 4 new guys from a year ago, and it's going to take him a little bit of time to figure it out. And I think you see him playing pretty passive.
Yeah.
Where he's not aggressive, but I think he's doing that so he can try to fit in as a team. And he's a great teammate. He makes our guys better, and but he's also got to know when to do it and when not to.
Coach, Will Cook got off to a good night shooting the basketball, had 3 threes in the first half. And talk about Will and also talk about the play of Aaron Hopp. Aaron really gives you a dimension, I think, that people don't expect with just how good he is athletically. And when he takes the ball to the hole, and Josh mentioned this a couple times in the broadcast, when he gets to the basket, he's going to finish.
Yeah, he does a nice job. We talked about it all summer, this past summer, about getting to the basket and finishing, and he's done a nice job of it, and he's only going to get better. Again, he's the one that doesn't have a lot of experience, and he's only going to get a lot better. So we're going to be okay. We just got to stay with it and know how to play and know our roles, and I think they're coming along pretty good.
Coach, you look like you turned up the pressure a little bit on defense, started more of maybe a little bit of a man press where each guy was kind of just defending one guy. It looked like Rochester had some troubles handling the basketball, and then it looks like on offense we tried to push the ball a little bit more. Are you concerned doing that when you get to a double weekend when you've got a game on Friday and Saturday with the a little bit of lack of depth right now for the Railers?
As well as I know, as long as it's not 2 games in one day. And again, the only other time we'd have to do that this year would be December 30th, and hopefully we get to do that, but we'll worry about that when it comes. But we're not going to change the way we play. I think when you start adjusting because of the game you got tomorrow night or whatever, the only adjusting we're going to do is what type of condition are they in, and if they're dragging after 2, then we're going to work on conditioning.
Well, of course, Coach, you hear a lot of coaches, no matter what the level, and I'm sure you even said it at points too, is the only game you can worry about that winning is the one you're playing that night?
Well, this group's got to do that, and if they'll do that and worry about things and worry about, tonight, play hard. Those two things, we have to play hard for 32 minutes. Against Jacksonville, what did we play, 10 minutes maybe? Maybe 10 minutes, and we come up short. And what happens if we play for 30 or the other 22 minutes? And I thought tonight we kept pressure up on them, and again, their shooters didn't get comfortable.
Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin at Griffin next week, Coach, on Friday, and then here with Springfield on Saturday. Any idea when the tournament seedings are going to come out for Collinsville?
On the Twitter, on Collinsville's Twitter, they said Sunday.
Okay. So
I'm looking for them Sunday. I don't know if that's true or not, but it was listed on their page, on the Twitter page, that it would be Sunday evening. So, if that's the case, I think this win was very, very good for us, and we'll just have to go and see. And hey, you got to play whoever they throw at you, and you're not going to get a good draw. You're going to somebody else's tournament. The tournament's going to be set up for them, and we kind of bracket ours the way we want to bracket ours. So we just have to go play and do things the right way.
Coach, you talk about doing things the right way, and maybe something to mention off the court. Earlier this week, Lincoln High School had 22 students named as Illinois State Scholars, and one of them, senior Peyton Ebelair.
Yeah, our guys do what they're supposed to do. They're in classroom. They spend a lot of time in the gym, but they also know what they're doing in the books, and they know that's important. And we got finals coming up. Wednesday and Thursday of next week, and that's unbelievable with the first semester's over. But we got finals, so hopefully, we won't be dragging and our minds won't be elsewhere, but, you could kind of look to that.
All right, Coach. Well, congratulations on the win tonight. And as Josh talked about, 2 coming up next week. But before then, we may find out as early as Sunday what the seedings and the pairings and the brackets and everything will be for Collinsville. And we always know that's a big time for the Railers, because usually by about that time of the season, I think you and the coaching staff, you have a pretty good idea of what kind of team you've got in that locker room by the time you get down there.
Well, you better, because you're getting close, that's the end of the second, third, and you got the first month, through Christmas, and you're done. Then you go through until you get through the other tournament in January, and then you're heading home. But I did see the pairings for the regional, not the pairings, but the assignments for the regionals came out, and we're at Mount Zion with Mount Zion, MacArthur, Eisenhower, and Paris. Paris. That one's a hard for me, because I think Paris is over by the Indiana border.
Like Newton, Effingham, Newton, Robinson area, I think.
I thought it was over around Danville somewhere. Why wouldn't they ship them to Muhammad? But, you don't know. You don't know what IHSA is thinking. But if the year you want normal U-High here, they up and send them north. So I'm sure they are cussing a little bit.
All right, Coach, we will let you go after this one. A good win for the Railers tonight. Win by 24, 52-28, win number 5. And we'll see what those seedings look like on Sunday, and then we'll see you back down in Springfield on Friday, Lincoln taking on SHG.
Okay, thank you.
Railers get the win here tonight. We'll wrap it up in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.